Looks like I'm a little overdue. Good afternoon, folks. This is Shanji here, back once again. It's been quite a while since our last weekly monthly upload. I have been kinda slacking. Today I'm drawing an OC of mine named Alice Blackheart. I came up with the idea of this character by thinking of the old Alice in Wonderland fairy tale. And I decided, hey, why don't I flip it on its head? So there are a lot of design elements from Alice that are put into this character. I don't want to give too much away about the story, because I feel like I want to make, a comic out of this. It's my hubris. I've been cursed to want to make new stories and draw things. I just have too much on my plate, too many stories to tell, But as I said, I don't want to give too much away. But basically, you know how Alice in Wonderland is kind of like an isekai? Like, she falls into the rabbit hole and all that stuff, right? What if we change that and flip it on its head, So instead of her going to Wonderland about all these weird, crazy things happening, it's just a normal fantasy world that you would see in like an anime or something. And this world has like a magic system with 4 different types. It's got elemental magic, it's got tool magic, it's got spirit magic, and psychic magic. This character is a psychic mage, which is basically the worst magic type of them all, because while she can use telekinesis and stuff like that, she can't use that on magic infused things. So she can't use it on people. She can't use it on like an elemental user's magic. So it's kind of useless when it comes to fighting in magical fighting rather. The only thing that psychic magic is really good for is for spirits. So technically a psychic user would have a little bit of an advantage, and only a little bit of an advantage against a spirit user. However, their main thing is exercising spirits, like rogue spirits. And the thing about psychic magic is psychic mages are usually so weak that they get killed off pretty early in their lives when going on quests to, earn money against like wild monsters and stuff. Which is why Alice is the only psychic mage in hundreds of years. So I think that makes for a cool underdog story, being the weakest and not getting stronger because your magic doesn't allow it to. I think that's a fun little thing. Now, let's direct our attention back to the drawing. Right here, I'm drawing a hand, which, it looks kind of like a baby's hand. And right here, I tried to make something work with the pose, and I felt like I was on the right track, but I just kept looking at it, and I was like, nope, this isn't right. So, you'll see me make adjustments to this arm a lot until I finally come back with an actual fix. But never mind that, we go on to the next arm, the other arm with the shield on it, and I basically toss that around every which way. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put it, how long I should make the arms, the width of the arms. So I keep flopping back in between the other arm and this arm. Back to this arm though. I start to use a reference photo. That's right. References save lives, buds. I spent so much time on the other hand, like way too many minutes on it that I could have just taken a picture of myself and then just done that like I did there, and it would have saved a lot of time. On to the next one, we have a little headshot. We're doing 3/4, which we already did, 2 headshots, and a full body for this character sheet. I'd say the most difficult thing about this drawing is getting the hair and the beret right. Because usually when you wear a beret, it's put down over your forehead a little more, but I like the thing that this character wears it up a little higher, so then it shows her bangs in the front. Getting those bangs correctly, as well as getting the strands of hair on each side, was a little tough, especially on my first few tries drawing her. But I think by the full body shot, I really got a hang of it. Speaking of the full body, I've been using a lot more circles while drawing instead of boxes. If you look at my later videos, or earlier videos rather, you can see that I was using like different, how do I say it? Rectangular prisms and trapezoids, while now I was using a lot of circles. Now that's circles as signified by how the body structure works, but I put a lot of triangles into this character's overall design. As you can see, there are triangles on the plate below the breastplate, as well as the circles in the shield, and on the little hip brace has 3 circles, as in like 3 points, it's a triangle, and a lot of edges on her shoulder pad on the left. This is to signify her more tough nature, I suppose. On to inking, this goes pretty quickly. I had maybe 4 sessions over 2 days to draw this, which is really cool. I took my time with this one because I wanted to make sure I finalized this character's design. It took a little while to figure out what I wanted to do because some early designs had bigger armor on it, but I wanted her to have lighter armor, just because another part of her group, which maybe I'll release a character sheet of her group later, once I draw it. The other person wears bigger armor and is a lot more friendly than this character, actually. Onto the first headshot, you can see that I finally got the bangs working, but I wanted to fix that eye because I don't know about it. I liked it at first, but then I decided, no, I could do something different, so I did. The music that's currently playing is from Wandersong Volume 2. The Volume 2 of the OST. Wandersong is just one game. I highly suggest you play it. It's got awesome story, fantastic music, and amazing art. As always, music will be linked in the description. Onto coloring, I spent quite a lot of time trying to figure out what colors I wanted, because I knew generally what colors I wanted to use, but I didn't know what shades or in what areas. So this was really early in the design process, really. So Alice from Alice in Wonderland, the original story, she had a blue dress. So what I wanted to do was add a lot of blue to her character design. To contrast with the yellow, I also added purple accents everywhere, which is cool. I really like them. I like how they turned out. Shading was fun because for the hair I got to use a lot more blocky textures, and as later on I think pretty soon, pretty soon, you'll see that in the armor and stuff I've been using like little jagged stripes outside of different shading areas to make it kind of look fun, I guess. I wanted to make it look fun, and I think I did a pretty good job of that. It looks fun. See, look at that on the shoulder pads. Because this is light armor, I only made the chest plate and the plate at the abs. I only made that actual armor. Well, also the shoulder pad, of course, but everything else, since it's just light armor, is a form of cloth. So the gloves, the boots, and the pants, as well as the cloth that is draped from the little, I don't know what to call that. I'm gonna call it a hip plate. It seems that every time I draw, I say, I'm back from hiatus, and then I go on another month's hiatus. But this one really got me in the mood to draw, and I think I'll be drawing a lot more. Which, I hope so. I really like drawing, I just don't know how I get myself out of the mood sometimes. But yeah, I think we're going to be having a lot more weekly uploads this month. Well, anyway, we fade the background to gray, and then add in the little finishing touches and little magic marks, the little psychic marks at our fingertips, and that is it for the drawing. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more. We have a lot of drawing to do. Please consider supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. I have ways to help down in the description, as well as music and links to my socials. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching, and as always, have a great night.